I'm speechless. I played at Hagerstown in 1981, and you know, not because I'm from this area, but Hagerstown is near and dear to my heart, and it's probably the best place I've ever played. And I don't say that because I'm here tonight and you have me here tonight, but I say it because of the fans that they had. I remember, you know, it's the only place, I played in hundreds of ballparks across the country, and it's the only place that had a spread. We called it a spread between ball games, double headers. The fans took it upon themselves to cook us meals, you know. And I remember Grady Little that year. Grady Little was the manager, and if I was pitching a double header, I would go up and say, Grady, man, let me pitch the first game. I want to pitch the first game because I want to be able to eat between games, because I couldn't eat. If I was starting the second game, I couldn't eat because I had my own little routine that I went through, but I didn't want to be bloated and full of chicken and roast beef, you know. But I'd always try to convince Grady to let me pitch the first game. So just not because of any other reason other than the fact that I wanted to eat the meals that you guys, that you all prepared for us, and it was greatly appreciated, and all the guys thought of that. I never played any place where we had that. You know, when I was with the Hagerstown Suns, I don't know if you all remember this or not, but we were going down to play the Kinston Blue Jays, and we were right around Richmond, and we had a bus accident. I don't know if some of you remember that. Our bus flipped over, rolled over to the medium strip, and there was our bus driver at the time. His name was Dick. He was an older guy, the nicest guy you'd ever meet, but he drove our buses, and I'll never forget that day where we're sleeping, it's raining, and Dick's going down Interstate 95, somewhere down around Richmond, Virginia, and the players were all sleeping on the bus, and we're all in our seats, and our legs are up on the seat of the next seat across the aisle, and we're all sleeping. And I'll never forget, I was sound asleep, and it was early in the morning, and I hear this pop, it sounded like a gun going off, and the bus started to shake immediately, and I knew exactly what happened. I knew we had a blowout, and I thought, well, you know, we're gonna crash. I grabbed a hold of my seat, and Dick, I remember looking up, and Dick had a hold of the steering wheel. He tried to keep it on the interstate. We were going about 70, and he couldn't keep it on the interstate. We were down over this embankment, and we rolled, and we were on our roof, and we were just uprooting trees. Well, this all happened, you know, in a matter of seconds, and it's funny now because luckily no one was seriously injured. But when the bus comes to a stop, we're upside down, and all the guys, everybody on the bus is on the bottom of the bus, which is actually the top of the bus, and I'm still in my seat holding on. I'm upside down. I'm the only one that was still in their seat, you know. And the guys after that, you know, there were 11 guys taken to the hospital. People were running around the bus just screaming. Everyone that saw it happen, I guess, thought that it was going to be a lot worse than it was. 11 guys were taken to the hospital. It drew blood to 2 people. One guy got stitches, and that's all the injuries that really occurred. You know, we had a good bunch of guys that year. It was a lot of people say those kind of teams are like a bunch of throwbacks, if you will. We had guys from the Orioles, the Indians, the Pirates, the Twins. Anyway, nobody knew anybody. So we all come to Hagerstown, and there were the 3 or 4 of us from the Indians. Of course, we knew each other, and a handful of guys from the Twins knew each other, and the Orioles and so on. But nobody knew anybody. So we had to meet everyone. We didn't know Grady. Ears McNeil was the most of you probably know Ears. Just a finer gentleman you won't ever meet. Ears was a good guy, a lot of fun. But we went to Grady and introduced ourselves, and Grady had to get this team together, and we went on and won the league championship that year, and it's pretty special. Grady Little was wonderful. Grady was our manager that year, and he could relate well with the kids, with us guys. We had a great team, great bunch of guys, and and we won. And you know, folks, it takes chemistry, quite honestly, to have a winning team. People have to pull for each other. Everyone, you know, there weren't any individualists. Everyone was wishing everyone well, and you know, when you do well, they pat you on the butt. When you do bad, they put their arm around you and say, "Get them next time." You know, so. And as a result, we won the league championship. And the 3 league championships that I played on that we won, that's just how it was. Thank you, everyone.